Another week, another artist date, and I told you last week I want to stay in this week. I don't want to go outside, I don't want to have to do anything. And one of the things I kept pushing off and that kept coming up in my morning pages was doing yoga. I used to do yoga a lot, it helped me a lot, and I haven't quite figured out yet why it is so hard for me to get back into it. I have one candle for the vibes. I'll also get my journal because usually in these introspective yin yoga classes where you hold poses for a long time and concentrate on breathing and letting gravity do the hard work for you, there come up a lot of introspective thoughts that I want to write down as they pop up. See you later. Hopefully very relaxed with many new insights. There is one yoga channel that I really enjoy, and her name is Yoga with Kassandra. There's a class called Chakra Yin Yoga, where you have a yin yoga pose for each chakra. By now she has 3 of those classes. 2 of them I already tried, and the 3rd one I want to try today. I will link it down below, of course. It's a great class, and there are some affirmations that you say to yourself. You say that affirmation and then just listen inwards. What kind of thoughts come up? Does it feel true to you or does it not? I took a notebook and placed it next to my yoga mat, and that was a good decision. I definitely recommend it if you do a yin yoga class like this. I had a whole page of insights at the end of these 60 minutes. To me, it feels like I told the universe that now I am working on my creativity for 12 weeks. And what the universe gave me was artist block. I'm feeling more blocked than ever. But as I keep thinking about it, it feels like the universe tells me to work on my creative basics. I tend to go from project to project and they turn out great, but I don't have a baseline of creativity in my daily life. And I think the universe is telling me to work on that instead. Another insight was that I'm supposed to accept the speed of my progress. And then there was a very interesting affirmation. It went like this: I allow all parts of me to be expressed. And that evoked a visceral reaction. I immediately knew that this is not the case. I don't let all parts of me be expressed. All parts of me want to express themselves, but I don't allow them, the scary thing, to sit down and allow the negative thoughts to flow as well and to create as well, and just see what happens. And the last insight for me was that my intuition has been guiding me for a long time. I mostly listen to it, but not all the way, and I should definitely trust it more. My intuition tells me that I don't want to narrow down on one specific art style. An incredible artist date, and I didn't even have to leave the house, which you know I love. I'm a homebody through and through. On to the first project of the week. Hi! Weird lighting today. We are in my husband's room. There is his CNC machine and his 3D printer and lots of tools. Because if you watched any other videos before The Artist's Way, you already know that I am planning to release a special edition of The Little Prince. And for that, I won't emboss all the covers by hand, but I will instead use this brass stamp. As I was testing it for the first time, I went through different temperatures, and one of them was definitely too hot. Some of the gold foil came off and melted onto the brass stamp. I have to take care of that now with the help of this tool called a Dremel, or maybe it's like a handheld CNC machine. First, I have to work on any areas where this material pooled. And then when I've done that, I have to make sure that the surface is as flat and smooth as possible. This might take a while. It really crusted on there. Let's get started. I can't wear anything long sleeve. I have my thermal shirt on again. I know I keep saying it, but now it's really getting cold. I need to tie my hair back, get rid of my wedding band, because this is a power tool and I do have to take some safety measures. You know that usually I'm like, let's just wing it. But with this, I have to prepare. This is our setup. I have a piece where I can make marks and try to get a feel for it before I start on the actual brass stamp. Let's try this. This is not strong enough. It's very smooth now and polished, but that's not what I need. I'll use this on the test piece and see how it behaves. Let's try this. This might have just been the last thing I was able to try. The only thing I could do is heat it up again. Oh, would you look at that? Maybe I can carefully scratch it off. Okay, I just have to scratch it off by hand. This might take a while. Oh, this took forever. I'm in desperate need of a coffee. I think I'll do test printing later. I need a break.
May you always find your way to higher ground. May you always keep your head held up high. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough. Super. Shining from within, I can tell that you're tough. Just the sight of you when I'm at my weakest point makes a world of difference, so you make me strong. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough. Shining from within, I can tell that you're tough. Ordering a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow. The light will always know where to go. You will always keep my heart and soul.
Let's prep a linoleum sheet together. It's not the Stardew Valley Community Center, it's something else. I will prep this lino block and then I'll show you.
You're the first thing in the morning and the last. Baby, you're my future and you are my past. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough. Shining from within, I can tell that you're tough. Ordering a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong. Plant your seeds and watch them grow. The light will always know where to go. You will always keep my heart and soul strong.
This is always tough. I print it out in the correct way. I transfer it. It is the opposite. And then I print it again. Okay. Yes. Perfect. I love it. I think it's going to look wonderful. Although I don't know if I can carve anything today. My wrists, well, my right wrist is giving me trouble. Maybe tomorrow. I can do a first proof print. Oh, I love it. I think it's gonna look nice. I want it to have as much integrity as it can. Therefore, I left a little frame outside of the motif. But first, a lunch break, and then we can proof print. Okay, more ink. It's beautiful. I will have to touch up these parts on the sides and her hand, but the rest, you know, all these imperfections, they are what makes lino prints unique and special. Therefore, I won't overcorrect it, and I will also get rid of the border. I am still working on the large edition of the Little Prince book. I have struggled so much over the past 2 months, and honestly, I'm about to just shelve this project for the time being until next year, September, so that it can be ready for next year for the holidays. There was so much that went wrong So many things my husband and I didn't consider. We are working on this brass stamp together. He used the CNC machine to make it. And I already tested a bunch and it's not working yet. I have to keep testing. I hope I'll get it to work. Otherwise, honestly, I might just be done with it for now. It's taking up too much time, too much effort, too much motivation. It is starting to demotivate me and we don't want that, especially not right now. So let's see. These are the results of my tests. I have a couple of semi-good results, such as this one. This must be one of the best, though it's still way too light and patchy. And then I also have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of bad ones. I can tell you that it works better on thicker paper, or if you have a surface that will give a bit so that it can really press in there. I can also tell you that it works better the more you press it, but there is a built-in system stop that will stop the pressure at a certain point, and I can't apply more than this. And it's obviously not enough. I am shelving this project for now. It's taking up too much headspace and it takes up too much time. I don't want to think about these for a while. They are scratched for this year's holiday season. I might just go back to good old-fashioned embossing, which takes me ages, but at least it works. Okay, thrown away, hopefully out of sight, out of mind. Let's not think about this as a failure, but rather experience collected, shall we?